If you focus on making the athlete a better man and a better woman and a better adult, you make them a better athlete.
Level is just so advanced, the bezel is Tiffany stamp, no grip on my hand. I know that I came with a slide from left to right, but now I don't want to.
I just think that I have the habits of working hard. I always been taught that to reach a goal that in life that you want, you have to work hard to get to it. And so far, I just, have that in mind.
I met Steven back, I'll say about 10 years ago in college. We started working at the same facility in Houston together. We started having these talks and discussions about, wanting to do a little bit more in life, wanting to have a little bit more impact. We've been blessed to work with some pretty phenomenal athletes in some pretty great places in Houston. But we wanted to take that and offer it to what we look at as maybe underserved and undeveloped communities.
Okay, let's go! Go, Henry, go, Henry!
I worked with Steven and B when I was younger, up until I got done playing ball.
Greg Roberts, yeah, the junior defensive end got his paw up there.
That's something I've had to learn as a leader. Is like, people listen to your actions more than they listen to your words.
Aside from the obvious physical gains and getting stronger and faster and all that, I think the biggest overall thing that they gave me was community. I think community has a huge impact on especially young athletes. Even now working now on the other side of it, being able to give back and give to those that I feel like, that we feel like needed or people who used to be in my position. I think the overwhelming thing is just a sense of community and pride in what we do.
The quality of the programming, the quality of the training, the quality of the character of these guys is amazing. It's the heart behind it. I think that reach really means something, that they want to reach out and help people who normally don't get the access to opportunities and training like this. And I think that's what separates Reach Training.
For us, like a 15-year-old kid is a 15-year-old kid, regardless if you grow up in a place that's really affluent, has a lot of resources, or if you grow up in a place that lacks everything. And so we wanted to be able not just connect with the 15-year-old or a 16-year-old that has resources, but the 15 or 16-year-old that is the exact same kid, just born in a different place of life or just born in a different area.
Man. If I could have had Reach Training in high school.
Just to have that foundation of how to move properly, I wish I would have had at a young age.
That's what I always try to tell the kids that are here now, that are younger than I am. Hone in on this right now. Like what Steven's giving you is great. What Brandon and Greg, what they're giving is great. Hone in on it right now so that once you my age, you don't even have to think about it anymore. It's just second nature.
All my goals I came in wanting to get better at, they've helped me exceed and we've gotten way better. I feel like I'm on a different level than I was a year ago.
Reach Training has helped me specifically with being able to change direction. As a running back, I'll be put in different positions and being expected to get out of those positions explosively. What I love about Steven, Brandon, and Greg, they care more about the individual. With Steven, he definitely helps me see the bigger picture in every aspect of life, being a husband, investments, being able to build financial wealth.
It's family here. Being able to push through adversity here makes you a better man. The weight get heavy, I gotta keep pushing. The knowledge that Steve gives, we talk about, the housing market and doing stuff financially.
B, Greg, and Steven are all great role models. B got us reading books and stuff, and I just think that's different than any other training we've done because it expands our mind and it's more than just the physical.
Reach, being able to focus on the entire athlete, not just the on-field performance, that's special.
Reach has helped us in so many ways, from providing food for our students, from providing equipment, from providing just their time. They're really encouraging people. They're at our games. Without them, I don't know where we would be at right now in our development.
The Reach guys themselves, they always train me to be better, just be a better version of myself, the best version of myself.
Greg taught me how to not set limitations on myself and know that I could do bigger things.
Coach Brandon has taught me to stay within myself and not focus on any outside factors on trying to be greater than anyone else, just to be the greatest that I can be. Thank you, Reach Training. Thank you, Coach Brandon, for everything you've done, helped me on and off the field, and really appreciate it.
Shout out Coach Steve, Coach Brandon, Coach Greg, man, helping me get better on and off the field. Y'all believe in me that I can do big things later in life.
And being able to let the kids in the community know that, hey, we've got some really great things and new programming happening on our campus really bolstered our programs and brought the kids back out to campus. It's transferring over to the fields and to the courts now, and we certainly attribute that to the work that Stephen, Brandon, and Greg have done here on our campus.
So the next steps and the next future kind of thinking for Reach is now expanding beyond Austin. We've been blessed so far with great donors and great sponsors and people that want to be involved. So the more funding that we have, then the more responsibility we have to be good stewards with that and create more impactful change. And as far as more funding goes, more funding it would be great, of course, regardless of how funds happen, we're still going to be able to do what we feel called to do.
I see us pouring more into the coaches. The coach has an effect over 50 kids in a program, getting them to now create those mentorship programs within that school to not only make that athlete bigger, stronger, faster, but also make them a better human being, whether it be the schools in Austin, in Texas, overseas. There's no shortage of people in need, and I think we can reach them all if we go about it in that way.
It allows us to think bigger, think better, reach more kids effectively and efficiently, build more relationships. More funding would just mean overall, more reach.